Hey there, fellow adult toy and action figure aficionados. Welcome back. David Eon here, along with Miss Kitty, the only cat allowed downstairs in the toy museum, because she does not jump up on or climb on anything. So she gets the privilege of coming down here, which she often does, because she knows that she's the only one that can come down here. See how that works? Today, we're coming out into the hallway that leads into the museum to take a look at the Skeleton Warriors. The Skeleton Warriors by Playmates, which I have just finished. I just completed it with the Skull Cycle here, the Skeleton Legion Skull Cycle, Baron Dark's Transforming Attack Cycle, which is used very frequently in the show, actually. Courtesy of Seth from Sasquatch Toys at the recent Joe Fest. Much appreciated, Seth. Look at that price tag. $7.99 at KB. $7.99, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine? Those were the days. Here's what the actual toy looked like. Made by Playmates in 1994. 1994, and we'll take a look at the entire lineup here as we move along. The Skeleton Legion Warhorse. And my wife and I are actually re-watching Skeleton Warriors now. And we're on like episode 7 or 8 or something, and I haven't seen a horse yet. Just saying. Haven't seen a horse yet. Seen the Skull Cycles in every episode. Different ones, because everybody's got their own, and they all look different. I have not seen this war horse. It doesn't mean there won't be a horse, but I haven't seen it. And of course we have the humans. They made 3. There's actually 4 main humans on the show. One is a female. And then they did 5 skeletons. There's more than 5. But of course there was never a wave 2, really. The cartoon came out. Here's Dr. Cyborn. The cartoon came out in September of 1994. It was a Saturday morning cartoon. It had, I believe, 13 total episodes. 13 episodes, 1994, from Landmark Entertainment. And it was featured on CBS television. There's Baron Dark. Where's his dog? Baron Dark has a dog on the show. There's Oracula. Oracula is a very cool figure, and I like the chroming details on these as well. Oracula does not speak on the show. He makes these weird noises. Dagger, who is much shorter on the show. And then Shriek, who is much more attractive on the show. She's got real rooted hair. Nice detail there. Courtesy of Playmates, who was on top of their game in the 90s. Playmates and Toy Biz were really cranking it out. There is Prince Lightstar. And you'll notice I have 2 of them. And there's a reason for this. Playmates had this thing that they liked to do in the 90s, where they would put a serial number on the bottom of every figure. It's usually on the bottom of their foot. And you see right here, it even tells you. Where is it? New collectible individually numbered figure. It's on most of the packaging. New collectible individually numbered figure. They did this with all of the Star Trek figures that they did. They did it with the Sequest. They obviously did it with the skeleton warriors as well. Now, what most people don't know about that is that early numbered incarnations of those serial numbers result in color variations. And you can really see it here with this one. We have gray highlights on the gun, no highlights. We have an orange blade, we have no color. We have a gold dagger down in here, and a tan colored dagger. Painted leg, no paint. Blue stone, green stone, and so on. He's got a gold piece over his eye. It's like a communication little array on the side of his head. This one is painted silver. Then you come over to Ursak the Guardian, who's like their uncle, and you can see color variations here as well. Silver, gray. Silver, gold. Red, green, and so on. Color variations. You can see it here as well with Grimskull. His little dog here. Red collar, no color. Gold chain, purple chain. Blue stone, red stone, and so on. And by the way, that's actually, I believe, Baron Dark's dog. He has a dog on the show. It's a wolf that he adopted. It doesn't look like that. That looks like Baron Dark's dog, because he has a dog that he converted to a skeleton warrior. The premise of the show is that there's a stone that they have. Everybody has powers. You know, Grimskull has powers. Prince Lightstar has powers. The female character, which is Lightstar's sister, has powers. She can fly. He can shoot beams of light. Baron Dark has a power too from the crystal that they were fighting over that shattered, and he can touch someone, and if they're a bad person, he can turn them into a skeleton warrior. And the skeletons have a crystal on the inside, and I don't see one on any of these figures, just pointing it out. But if you reach like behind their ribs and grab that crystal and pull it off, it will dissolve, and then they'll turn human again. Otherwise, they're indestructible. It's an interesting premise. If they get shot, blown up, burned, whatever happens to them, all the pieces form back together, and then they're a skeleton warrior again until such time that someone removes that stone. 13 episodes, Saturday morning cartoon. It's an interesting show. It's actually not badly done at all. But only one season, which is common for most Saturday morning cartoons. I know people talk about one-hit wonder Saturday morning cartoons. Very few Saturday morning cartoons got past a single season. And as far as the variants, by the way, when you find color variants with these figures, there's no premium. They shouldn't cost any more than the standard figure. Now, back in the 90s, color variants on Playmates figures, and indeed serial numbers, especially if those numbers were less than 10,000, commanded a premium, but they no longer do. They no longer do. But it was a big deal in the 90s, those numbers. You know, Playmates was playing a game with people and it was working, but not anymore. Anyone out here used to watch this show? If you've never seen it, check it out. It's actually not bad at all. It's an interesting premise for the show. Interesting toy line. Still affordable. I think the Legion Skull Cycle is the most expensive piece here. Most of the skeleton warriors can be obtained fairly cheaply. They're not expensive. We featured them in our inexpensive 90s action figure video, I do believe. they are still affordable if you were interested in putting together a lineup of skeleton warriors. What do you think, guys? What are your thoughts about these? And they're about 6 inches tall, by the way. Roughly 6 inches. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got anything out of that. I sure hope you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. All of that good stuff. And if that is it, then what more can I say? But thanks for watching. And we will see you again soon.